I'm Suzanne from TVMEG.com. How are you today, Isaiah?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Suzanne?
Pretty good, pretty good. You're all dressed up and looking good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
So, how did this role come about for you?
It came across my through my email, and I saw that Ben Watkins was the creator and showrunner, and that Aldous Hodge was attached. So definitely was one of those things like, ooh, let me take a look at this right now.
Mhm.
Jumped on it, read it, and the first scene that I read, I was thoroughly intrigued at the dynamic between these two detectives that were also best friends. It just something about it seemed a little different. So um, it was one of those auditions that you wanted to really put your best foot forward.
Right. Yeah. One thing I noticed is the majority of the cast is black, but it's not, a black show, which you don't see very often, right?
It is a show about Alex Cross, a forensic psychologist
Right.
who does not apologize for who he is in any way, shape, or form. And that is he is an African American man who does not code switch or go into any situation in any other way than being himself. And I think
Right.
that is going to be something that the audience can really appreciate about his character.
Yeah, I enjoyed the whole. I saw all 8 episodes. I really enjoyed them. Of course, I'm a big fan of all this, but you guys, it is a great cast all the way around.
Sure.
Was it fun to shoot?
Oh, it was amazing. I think anytime, well, just working with Alice was honestly very refreshing. He brings, I mean, his A game every time. His professionalism is at a just at an all-time high. When you work with him, you really feel yourself elevated to his level. So it just, like I said, it was such a fun time to shoot with him. And I learned a lot just as an artist.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can see it out on the screen that he's very works hard. He's very
Oh
dedicated.
yeah.
So there's quite a bit of nudity in it. Have you done much of that on TV or movies before?
No, I can't say that I have. I've never, I think that was the first time I've ever done a scene with any nudity in it. So no, but nowadays it's very common to have
Mhm.
the intimacy coordinator there that makes sure that everything is done in the right way and respectfully.
Right. Well, that's good to know. And you come from a sports background. Does that help you with doing the more physical action scenes?
It definitely does give you a little pad, kind of like
Hmm.
a little foundation to kind of work from. But it's the difference between playing a sport or doing a stunt is when you do a stunt, you do the exact same movement like
Hmm.
over and over and over again. So if you're falling on your shoulder, you're hitting your shoulder, 20 times. Hopefully it doesn't take 20 takes, but sometimes you're falling on it like like a number of times. Whereas in sports, things happen kind of like haphazardly, and you may not fall on the same injury the same way, the next play out on the field.
So no stuntman?
For me, no, didn't have any stuntmen. Like I try to do all my stunts, moving forward. I think, as I get older, you get a little more wiser and your ego kind of subsides a little bit and you're able to let the stuntman go ahead and do the stunt he's been trained to do.
Right. Speaking of sports, I know that your background is in California and playing different sports. Are you pulling for the Dodgers?
I mean, if I wasn't pulling for the Dodgers, I wouldn't be a Los Angelino. I mean, come on. I've been a Dodger fan longer than I can remember.
I understand. I'm from San Diego, so I'm not pulling for
I'm I'm
them.
sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that.
That's okay.
I
Uh,
wish you guys well.
yeah, well, next year we'll get them.
Uh,
So, what was the most challenging thing about playing Samson?
um, I would say just making sure that I was being true to how much heart this character has. He's a very like loving person, and he comes across tough and tries to keep his friend in line, but there's a through line there that's truly comes from a place of love. So I just wanted to make sure that I could be that kind of tough character, but also make sure that his caring and his compassion was also visible.
Yeah, that worked. That definitely worked.
I
And
appreciate
is
it.
Samson in any of the books, or was he created just for the show?
No, Samson's definitely a character in the books. I've been told he's a fan favorite, so I
Oh,
just
good.
hope that the people that love the books love the series just as much.
All right. Well, Samson's an interesting name, don't you think, because of the whole historical background?
Yeah, yeah. I
A
haven't
strong
had the
guy.
opportunity or pleasure to meet Mr. Patterson yet, but when I do, I will definitely ask him where he got the name from.
Right, right. And the cast is so amazing. Have you worked with any of them before
Let's
or the
see. Have
crew?
I worked with anybody else before? No. I was a big fan of Aldous and also Ryan Eggold before coming to work. But no, I haven't worked. Also, Jennifer Wigmore, I was a huge fan of hers actually because the character she played on Y: The Last Man was just I thought she played that perfectly. So I was very excited to work with her also.
Okay. And how long did it take to shoot the series? And
It was about 5 months or so to shoot the first season. Yeah, I think we got there in late January and we left late April, May. Yeah,
wow,
so about 5.5 months.
that's good. Well, congratulations on getting the second season, and I hope to see your character return and everything.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to me, and I hope, well, it doesn't matter if it's a big hit, right? You've already got a second season, but I everybody